it's time for us to understand what these coins are. What are these instruments? Because a lot of you traders that are trading out there, you have no idea what you're trading. You have no idea what these coins are. Maybe you understand Bitcoin, or maybe you're just now understanding Bitcoin, but a lot of you don't even know what Ripple is or what Litecoin is. For instance, Litecoin is one of the best coins to send when you're talking about sending and receiving currency. So speaking of Litecoin, let's go over Litecoin first. And I keep on doing that. There we go. Gosh, I got to stop clicking on it. Let's go over Litecoin first. So Litecoin was launched in 2011, and it was an early alternative to Bitcoin. And around that time, it was increasingly specialized and expensive hardware that was needed to mine Bitcoin, making it hard for the average person to be able to get in on the action. Now, with Litecoin's algorithm, there was an attempt to even the playing fields so that anyone with a regular computer could take part in the network. So they offered different types of mining that now a lot of coins have developed, such as ASIC or GPU. We won't really get into that right now, but the interesting fact is Litecoin's creator is the former Google employee and MIT grad named Charlie Lee. And he wanted to make cryptocurrency that was more accessible and for Litecoin to be silver to Bitcoin's gold. Other altcoins have taken away some of Litecoin's market share, but it still is an early mover advantage and has some strong network effects, and it's good upside potential. As the price of Litecoin right now, if you take a look, one of my beloved coins, $176. So it's not really that expensive. And it's primed for a nice pullback. As you can see, a bottoming tail, one of our key street signs coming out of an institutional bid block. Okay. So with Litecoin, the one thing I like about Litecoin is it's lightning fast. Okay. Litecoin is very cheap as well. A lot of times you'll see that blockchain gets bogged down when we're talking about sending Ether or Ethereum contracts, such as ERC20 smart contracts or the ERC20 or the ERC225 contracts. And then you've got Bitcoin. Things are on Bitcoin blockchain. These things can get slow, bogged down, and a little bit expensive in terms of sending and receiving Bitcoin, really more so for the sender. But with Litecoin, it's relatively inexpensive to send Litecoin. And it's cheap. It still has a lot of upside potential in comparison to Ethereum Dash or your Bitcoin. All right. So now talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin came around 2019. It used a new distributed ledger known as blockchain. We'll get into blockchain in a bit, but the Bitcoin protocol allowed for a user to make a peer-to-peer transaction using digital currency while avoiding the double spending problem. There was no central authority or server for the transactions, and instead its legitimacy of payment is determined by the decentralized network itself. And this is where master nodes come in. A lot of these different cryptocurrencies have master nodes, and it offers a way for you to make passive income on these coins because master nodes gives you a reward incentive for creating and increasing the security as well as processing transactions. Now, key features with Bitcoin, they don't have proof of stake like a lot of these new coins have. They have POW, which is proof of work. Blockchain is a fundamental technology. It's fast peer-to-peer payments that are worldwide. You can't double spend, low processing, decentralized, available to anyone. It's anonymity and anonymous and transparent. Interesting fact. Won't go into the interesting fact. You can actually see that there. So Bitcoin is Bitcoin. What about Ripple? Because there was a lot of hysteria about Ripple. Okay. You can actually see Bitcoin's rise. The all-time peak at this time was 5,000, but we've left that in the dust. That was in September. So Ripple is considerably different from Bitcoin. That's because Ripple is essentially a global settlement network for other currencies such as the dollar, Bitcoin, euro, or the pound sterling, or any other unit of value, i.e. frequent flyer miles or commodities. To make any such a settlement, however, A tiny fee must be paid in Ripple. And these are what trade on cryptocurrency markets. The key differentiations from Bitcoin are it's a global settlement network, works with any store value, backed by many banking institutions. That's why you saw the price of it explode in recent months. And then it took a nosedive as a lot of people saw that it wasn't as decentralized as they thought it was. And there is no ability for you to mine it. All right. Now, interesting fact, because Ripple is intended as a new global settlement system for the exchange of currencies and other assets, many banks are experimenting with the technology. So this is big. And this is why, again, you saw the explosion in its price. Now let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is an open software platform. This is what makes Ethereum big. I have a firm belief that Ethereum could overtake Bitcoin one day in being the big king crypto on the block. Okay, so it's an open software platform based on a blockchain technology, all right, that enables developers to build and deploy decentralized applications. In its blockchain, instead of mining for Bitcoin, miners work to earn Ether, a type of crypto token that fuels the network. Beyond a tradable cryptocurrency, Ether is also used by application developers to pay for transaction fees and servers on the Ethereum network. So key difference is it's a platform for making blockchain applications. All right, you can multiple different uses for multiple different industries. And the biggest thing is smart contracts, which we'll go over in a little bit. And then Ether powers the network. So that means you have to use Ether to power the network. And they use gas as well. Now, interesting fact is it's quickly skyrocketed in value since 2015. And it's now the second most valuable crypto by market cap. It's exploded by 2,226%. And it's been exploding significantly. It's up, as you can see, the price of it right now. Actually, I'll go here. So the real-time price of Ethereum, 1,130. You can actually see that it gave you a nice little bid block or a buying signal, or we call it a street sign coming out of a bid block, and then prices are now rising and they're slowing up as they reach this avenue inside here where prices could end up falling right around 1,300. So, but 1250 was that pause. All right. Ethereum Classic. Now, in 2016, Ethereum Classic, or the Ethereum community, faced a difficult decision. The DAO, a venture capital firm built on top of the Ethereum platform, had a 50 million in Ether stolen from it through a security vulnerability. And a majority of the Ethereum community decided to help the DAO by hard forking the currency and then changing the blockchain to return the stolen proceeds back to the DAO. Now, the minority thought that the idea violated the key foundation of the immutability that the blockchain was designed around and kept the original Ethereum blockchain the way it was, hence the Ethereum Classic label. So you can see where Ethereum Classic came from, and Ethereum Classic is a lot cheaper than the actual Ethereum. I'm pretty sure a lot of you didn't know the interesting fact there. And you can see the price is relatively a lot cheaper. It is somewhat correlated to Ethereum, all right, but obviously prices as far as market cap are nowhere in comparison. Moving on. So we've got Dash. Now Dash, the interesting fact about Dash is Dash is a currency that has exploded over the last few years. I'm sorry, months, not years. The months, its price explosion has been, unparalleled. It's been, I think it was like probably second to Ripple. Now, Dash is the first ever decentralized autonomous organization. All right, and it's a type of organization run through rules enclosed in a computer programs and smart contracts. So the key differences from Bitcoin are it's a two-tier architecture, it's advanced transactions, and it has the DAO. It's also improved anonymity. The innovations behind Dash are interesting, and it could help to make the coin more consumer-friendly than any other alternatives. It's very cheap and quick to send Dash. So